My study knows. This is the overview of my Nintendo Switch. I do have a physical game. This is my first Nintendo Switch physical game. This is called Wreckfest. I got it as a special gift. I really wanted to switch games. I mainly play Lite Switch games digitally. I never played them physically. If y'all don't know that Switch games look like this, and they are coated in a bitter substance which prevents children from choking on them. Now this size is meant. This is the Switch game case. I'm gonna compare it to my Wii game case. I'm gonna grab Angry Birds Trilogy here, for example. This is the Angry Birds Trilogy game. As you can see, it's like half the size of it, and it's also I think it's about the same thickness. Now, the Nintendo Switch is like game case, it's a little bit thinner. This one's a lot thicker. Now, obviously, the Nintendo Switch uses game cards instead of discs. The Wii uses game cards. Now, you might be wondering why do I have this? Well, because I really wanted to switch. Okay. Sorry, Jessica. Okay, so yeah. Sorry if I sound a bit different. It's probably because it's probably because I have a runny nose. But I'm gonna put my Angry Birds Trilogy game back there. Now the Nintendo Switch. This is a Nintendo Switch Lite. It does come with a charger. It is USB-C. It also has an AOC adapter charger. So yeah. You might be wondering why I have an micro SD card in my Chromebook. Well, it's because, for storage expansion, my Chromebook detects it as a, you might be wondering what SD card I'm using. I'm using a Walmart SD card. Of course I am. But anyways, I do have my mouse here. I brought my mouse with me. So yeah, this is the Nintendo Switch. Here, right down here, you have your charging port. This is where you can charge your Nintendo Switch from the charger. Now, clearly, this is at 100%. So, for some reason, like when I'm filming this looks like it's purple. This is actually blue. I didn't actually get the coral one. I got the blue one instead because I thought it looked cooler. But for some reason, when recording it, for some reason it's like lighter, but in real life, in my eyes, it's just it just looks like purple, but this detects it as blue. Now you do have your auto jack here. This is where you insert. This is where you this is where you put. This is where you get to play your Nintendo Switch while being connected to headphones wirelessly. Now the headphones I'm using are these Walmart headphones. Of course, the both the SD cards and my headphones are from Walmart. They're on chargers. On is just a Walmart brand. Now this is the Switch game card. I know it looks like a phone, but slightly smaller. It looks similar to a PS Vita game, but it's a lot thicker. And this little slot right here is the game card slot. This is where you insert your game card into your Nintendo Switch. It will turn on automatically when it detects if there's like a game card inside of it. It also turns on if you like. It also turns on if you like eject the game card too. But obviously it's springs out like a. You have to press it in order for it to get a lot easier. You don't need to use your since it's impossible to get out of the fingers without pressing it to get it to jet. It's kind of impossible to do that. It just clips onto a case. This is a cartridge, by the way. It's not a disc, and it snaps on like that. This cartridge, that is the Nintendo Switch cartridge, and it tastes better. So it tastes like buttermilk, kind of actually. It kind of tastes like one of those glow sticks, you know. Kind of tastes like those glow sticks, but kind of more tastes like buttermilk. Something like really sharp. There's something sharp hitting in the neck. Yeah, I know. That quote's from Peter Netter. But anyways, you do this. This is your micro SD card slot right there. Currently, I have a micro SD card in there because I'm using it to, I'm just using it to expand the storage of my device. And it goes the same way as a Nintendo Switch game card, but they're a lot thinner. Currently, one is in my Chromebook and one is in my Nintendo Switch. I also have a micro SD to SD card adapter. This is basically used for, let's say if you're using your SD card on, let's say, like your camera, and then let's say if you're using an SD card on a micro SD card on your camera, then you have to use an adapter. Some camera models feature micro SD card, but some of them don't. They require no SD cards, and you need a micro SD to SD card adapter. There's also one called a mini SD to SD card adapter, but I don't have mini SD cards. Mini SD cards are basically SD cards but scaled down. They're discontinued, so nobody's making production of them except for Fugler, which is a North memory card company that produces SD cards, mini SD cards, micro SD cards. They also produce SIM cards too. There's standard, there's mini, micro, and nano, and they also produce SIM cards, eSIMs as well. They also Lite produce memory sticks as well as compact flashes. They also produced they also produce T. They also entered. They also. What am I trying to say? They also like produce like nano memory cards, which are just micro SD cards, but a lot smaller. And they also produce like PS1 and PS2 memory cards, and those can be used with the PS2, or they can be used for capturing. And yes, Norcordian PS2s can read photos on a Fugger PS2 memory card. It is a third-party memory card. It's not an official one. So yeah. That's the ports. Here you have your power button that's used to turn on the console. I know it's bright. Here you have your volume buttons, your plus, and here you have your volume buttons. These are used to increase the volume or decrease the volume. I'm gonna turn that off. Here you have your plus and minus. These are basically start and select, but they have been replaced with plus and minus. This was featured on the Wii first. Plus, start and select were first featured on the Famicom. And then removed on the Wii. And plus and start has their place. Xbox went with menu and view instead back in the start. PlayStation went with share options and a touchpad. I'm not sure about Atari though. But anyways, here you have your analog sticks. They're kind of digital, but they're just analog. They also have a click. I think these would be like ZM, and these would be ZM. I feel like this should be ZM. Here you have your ABX. You have your ABXY buttons. Microsoft also uses these buttons, but however they're switched. The A button is in place of the B button, and the Y button is in place of the X button. They're just swapped. Now, here you have your D-pad. This is the classic Nintendo D-pad. I'm pretty sure the Nintendo Switch 2 might feature this, or they just maybe go back to the separated buttons, like they just will go to the separated D-pad. But this one has a classic D-pad. For some reason, like when I was like playing, when I was like playing when I was on my Xbox and my Nintendo Switch and Fortnite Creative, for some reason it displayed, for some reason, like on the Nintendo Switch, sometimes it might display the Xbox D-pad, but it doesn't. It shows the normal Nintendo D-pad, and that's not correct. Here you have your home button right here. And this is your screenshot or screen recorder thing for your Nintendo Switch. This is where you capture screenshots, which is similar to the where you like take screenshots on your Microsoft Xbox One. On the Microsoft Xbox One, you had to like screenshot through the menu, but with the Series S controls being included with them, they with the Series S controls being included with them, now you can like press a button and they will automatically like take a screenshot, and then you can upload to the Xbox network. Now, obviously, the Nintendo Switch Lite doesn't have a kickstand because they removed that function. Because it doesn't have a kickstand, it has a separate micro SD card slot. So instead of being under the kickstand, instead of a kickstand being here, there's a micro SD card slot, which just makes it much more easier than using this kickstand. The kickstand is used on the original Nintendo Switch and the OLED model to insert a micro SD card. However, on the Switch OLED model, you had to like insert it like sideways to the left. But with the original Nintendo Switch model, you had to like open the kickstand. Then he had to like pull out the kickstand, and then you insert your micro SD card. But with the Nintendo Switch Lite, you have to open this micro SD card slot, and then you put your micro SD card in there. I currently have a micro SD card in there. Like I said, I'm using this for extending the storage. And yeah, there's not really that much functionality to it. Here you have your ventilation thing for your Switch speakers. There's your serial number. At the back, you have your Nintendo Switch logo, and you can see what model it is. It says UK, Canada, EAC. I have no idea what that is. But anyways, I'm not gonna play a game because I don't want to do this. But the Nintendo Switch Lite does feature like something. Oh, come on! Are you kidding me? So yeah, that's the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, well guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, like and subscribe. Stay fire, fire, sword, and squad.